It's so cold outside. Hello and welcome back everyone to another episode here on the Spinfast channel. And I just came back from the outside, whooping a little bit in the inner court at the university here. I had to cut it down to like 2 sets of lipos because it was so freezing damn cold outside already. Jesus, I hate it. Now it's just been like 2 weeks since the summer was really over, and I already hate the cold weather. I mean, I don't hate winter. I really like the winter time, but I need to get something to warm my fingers when I go flying the next time, that's for sure. Today's episode is pretty much of a roundup of everything that came into the Spinfast HQ in the last couple of months. I've promised a couple of people who sent me stuff that I will do some reviews, and I'm trying to cover everything that has been sent here today. I'm telling you in advance, it's not going to be a full review. I am especially not qualified to review stuff in a way like other persons would do, like maybe the RC Addict or Stu or someone else, or even Joshua Bardwell. I can't not reach this level, so it's rather going to be a little bit of a representation of what we have on the table right now. The first thing we're going to talk about is the Droneart Aeon. This thing has been sent to me by Jamie from Droneart, and there's a little bit of a history to me and Jamie, because we met earlier, like 1 year ago, like 12 months ago in Berlin at the DCL event, and we talked about Droneart being a part of CeBIT 2018. Later it turned out that they were not interested still. I kept contact with Jamie, and he was so kind to send me one of these frames over shortly before it was released to the public, and they had some serious problems like designing this and getting the right material for this pod, so it took a while, and I think it hit the shop in late June. And this is just a piece of art. This has been designed by Soma. He was the designer of the original Alien frame, and he's been putting a lot of detail and a lot of work into this. It just looks awesome. Still, there are some things that we need to address here, because it is not a perfect frame, of course, but it is a beautiful racing frame. And if you want to invest that extra money, we'll get to that in a minute, it's definitely something for you. But for those of you who own this frame, now the biggest plus is if you are still struggling like getting a GoPro on here. I tried this, you can see that I've been kind of experimenting it, and I got some footage from this frame, but it fell off, and then it was just like damaging the antenna. Everything broke back here. I don't know if you can see that. So the frame just broke here, and the weight of the GoPro just pushed it down in a crash, and this is no longer stable here. What's new about this is that they're going to release a new pod, and this is this little buddy here, this Kraken thing, and you can vary your building styles for the Aurora right now, for the Aeon right now. If you own one of these, then you can now mount your GoPro with ease. And Jamie was so kind to send me all the options you have for your camera mounts as well. So there comes a Predator micro mount for in here, and you could micro Swift mount in here, and micro Eagle mount. So there are plenty of options you have now. The question just is, do you really need that many options for this frame? I mean, if you're racing with it, or if you're a racer, you probably have 3 or 4 frames of the same type, if you mean it seriously. And I don't know if that's really the best option. And this frame costs overall like $100 right now, 100 euros, or it's been reduced at RC Hangar DE a little bit, but still it's quite an investment. If you break the base plate, you gotta invest $45 euros now, reduced price just for the base plate. If you can't get it reduced, it's still at $60. And that's a little bit of a downside to this, definitely. It's very, very pricey. If you crash one of these motors, definitely recommend using motor protections, then you gotta invest $28, and that's pretty sick price for a pair of racing motors. If you're a freestyler, you basically had no chance to get a GoPro on it. Now you have the chance. So if you're really into this design and you want to keep it really cool, nice and simple, they have been, or they are coming out with this little pod here. I don't know what the price is going to be, but I'm suggesting that it's around 25 euros, maybe 20, if they are not overpricing it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a great frame, really. I really dig the design, and they've done a great job, but just maybe if you really can pick it up for a reduced price, like around 75 euros, it's really worth trying it out. I know they have been researching their asses off to get the right kind of carbon, the most strengthened carbon into this frame. And this basic frame is available at 3 different sizes. So you can get this, let me show you here. So this is like, yeah, the 4-screw version into your motors, and you can get this even at a lighter version that looks like this. So you can reduce the frame weight to, I think, 213 grams, 215 grams. So this comes in at 228. And if you are serious about racing, you can reduce the weight even more. Yeah, plenty of options to design this, to put your material into this frame. But let me say it once, just so to be clear, this is a pain in the ass to construct here. I've literally was about to throw this in the corner while constructing this. It's very, very difficult. As you can see maybe here, get sharp. This is very, very tiny compartment here for the VTX, and you have to kind of screw stuff from the underside, like you can see here. This thing turned the upside down. You can screw, you have to screw the FC from the underside to it and then put it down, and the wiring has been very complicated. So I wouldn't recommend this frame for beginners. Like I said, it's not especially for racers who really need more than one frame. It might be something for freestylers, really. If you want to go, come on, get sharp again. If you want to go for ultralight freestyle setup, this new pod here is definitely it. So check it out in the description below. You find the links to get it in Germany, to get it in Europe, and to get it in the US. Thanks again for sending me this frame over and letting me test it, Jamie. I appreciate it very much. And when I install this, I'll get you more feedback on this one. Alright, FPV lovers, we're already at the end of the video. I originally wanted to give you more of feedback about everything that hit the bench here at the Spinfast HQ, but we're running out of time and I gotta speed up things a little bit. So the other episode about the new Pennywise motors and about the frame from Crisscross FPV is gonna come next week. But before that, we're gonna drop in another episode, and that is going to be about the FAI World Cup in Shenzhen. So we're gonna talk about the track, we're gonna talk about the pilots, and I'm pretty much looking forward to that episode. So if you don't want to miss out on that one, just hit the bell in the lower left corner here, and you'll be alerted when we drop a new video. Would be nice if you leave a comment if you like this video and if you want to see more of that detailed description, or if it was too shallow for you or too intimate or whatever. Just give us suggestions and we'll try to improve everything we do here at Spinfast. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and Martin out. Bye bye.